Hey guys, welcome back to Spilling the Reality with Trisha and Kiley, Alex, Lauren, and Lauren, where we will have all of the latest challenge drama from Twitter to Instagram, update on our infamous draft, and probably lots of crap talking. So can't wait to have everyone who is joining us live tonight. You can chat with us in the chat function. If you're joining after the episode, it's no biggie. Just drop us a comment on your thoughts on tonight's episode, and we'll be sure to catch it next week. So, all right, guys. So me and Kelly did a recap show. So if you missed that, go back, check it out. We did it right after the episode aired on Thursday or Wednesday. So, Lynn, what was your thought on the premiere episode?
Who was just asked that? You sounded like an alien for a second there. Was that Laren?
Yeah,
First
Laren.
As the countdown was happening, I was clapping. I was sitting on the couch clapping. My husband was like, "Why are you so excited?" I was like, "Well, the challenge is coming back on." And my first, after watching it, I was really excited to see CT back, to see him in shape. That's my guy. I'm a little heartbroken for him, a little sad, but I'm excited to see him back. He's in good shape, good spirits. Then I freaked out, of course, when he got thrown in, and then I was like, "Oh, it's a girls' day. Okay, we're fine." And I also kind of panicked for Wes too. I was like, "No," because those are two of my favorite players to watch. They've been on there for over a decade now, which is crazy to think. I've been watching it that long. I'm not that old. They're that old. But it was awesome. And then the Ashley thing, tough luck. She wasn't necessarily asking for it, or was she? I don't know.
Well,
she's always a target for sure.
We're going to dive into that for sure. Alex, what was your thoughts? What were some hitting moments for you in the episode?
Well, I loved the episode right from the jump. Like I mentioned, right when the show was happening, I loved the intro, just how they had it all set up. I like how they take it seriously, but also are playful with it. I just love the cast in general. I think they hit very well. I think there's very few misses or duds on this cast, and we'll probably be getting into that later on. But everything, I love the elimination. I actually liked the mission. But obviously, most iconic spot was Joseph sleeping at the club.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. He is
the best
just
politicking I've ever seen.
the find of the century by the challenge cast. Like, everybody was questioning where Joseph came from. Like, how did they end up casting Joseph Allen on the challenge? And you know what? He showed us, guys, in the first episode. Like, this is why we needed him in our lives.
So now that he's made it on the challenge, did y'all see that, going around is his America's Got Talent audition?
Yeah.
Have y'all watched it?
Nope.
Lauren,
Yeah.
have you seen his audition tape?
Yeah, I actually watch America's Got Talent, so I have seen it before, actually, when it aired, and yeah, he got the golden buzzer and everything. He's a rapper, he's a singer, but might I add, I have to give him a little credit here. He did wake up from his nap, and he did make a statement over to CT, so gotta give him just a slight bit of credit there. He woke up from his nap, that he was snuggling with that pillow and everything. So you gotta add that in there just a little bit.
On a scale of Joseph to Big T, who are y'all in the club?
Oh, Big T, 100%.
You're living it. If we
With
were
a little-
to go into a
little
bar
bit of
right
Nani.
now, come on.
I'm obviously running around hitting everyone with my bag and saying politics is made in Boston.
Big T
lady.
fall asleep. Yeah, Big T's the best. Trisha and I actually that one's not on air. Just kidding. So yeah, I don't think that you should sleep in a club unless you're intoxicated. Then it's okay.
I don't
Not
understand
even.
how
That's when you get thrown out.
how
of the
you
club.
can be there and not be ridiculously excited.
Right. Like your first night out with everybody on the challenge.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. I'm so pumped. And no, jet lag, y'all.
Yeah.
Well,
But
with
that
seeing
just
this
tells
happen,
you
do
he
you
doesn't know
think they'll
anything
bring
about the show.
anyone else from AGT on one of the challenges?
Well, I mean, like, I think that AGT probably has a pretty good pool that we can choose from, but I don't understand.
Honestly,
Like, I feel like Joseph Allen is definitely the like if we were to pull from all the golden buzzers, it's just so strange to have pulled Joseph Allen, like the singer, rapper, goofy, nicest, like humbling guy ever. It seems.
Yeah, I mean,
That is known for
And he's
being
from
somewhat-
Texas, right?
yeah, he's from Texas and he's known for motocross.
Yeah.
It gives
that's
it that
wow.
Daredevil feel.
yeah, so odd.
Well, you have to
Can
look
you-
at
can you
too.
see?
He was also someone that was eliminated the earliest by getting the golden buzzer. So that should tell you something right there. Why are we casting someone that
Right.
got a golden buzzer and was eliminated before every other golden buzzer winner ever?
Does Joseph Allen win the challenge?
No.
Zero chance.
No.
So when I said it. I can't even say that with a straight face.
But they have a lot of acrobats on America's Got Talent.
Sure, they've got
a
like
lot of amazing
acrobats and
athletes.
People like
yeah, and like
They chose
and
the
like
singer.
contortionists
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Right.
badass dancers and all kinds of stuff. But
Dawn says long flight. They were in quarantine
Yeah.
for 14 days prior to this. I don't remember if it was in America or what, but he had plenty of time to sleep. Okay.
yeah, like
No.
your jet lag is over at this point.
TJ's
Okay?
gonna get on to Maddie for smoking. He needs to get on to Joseph. I wanted him to call him out.
Does he know anything about the show at all? Anything about the challenge? If I were there, I would be like freaking out over seeing like all my favorite challengers.
Right.
And
I
then
mean,
some
even if
new
you're
ones.
not a
Like-
fan, but this goes back to like our problem with David on Big Brother 22. Okay, great. You were a recruit on BB 21, but you had a whole year off, and then you had 3 months where you knew that you were coming on to Big Brother again. Why don't you do a little bit of research?
Yep. There are plenty of seasons
Well-
that you can stream. You can binge watch several seasons in a row. Do a
Yeah.
little bit of research. Even just watch like the highlights of the best clips or the best takedowns or face-offs, whatever. Like it doesn't take that much time.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
taking
Put in a little effort.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
he's not
what
worried.
is different about this group though, I feel outside of him, there are a lot of the rookies or like the newer players that are a little more on the pulse, came in understanding what typically happens on a season. And you saw some of them be like, hey, if I can get people to turn around and make it so the rookies aren't the first people going in, hey, I'm not gonna fight it.
Yeah.
Someone who felt like they definitely knew quite a bit about the challenge, and maybe because they've been here, but they're still considered a rookie, is Laren's girl Lolo.
I love her. So don't
Yeah,
piss her off, okay? Don't talk
Girl,
to Trish.
Lolo.
Trish. I'll tell her.
I mean, Lola sprinting up that mountain, like that is why you're on the challenge. I am 100% behind this. Go Tigers, go Lolo.
Yeah, but
Everyone-
were you 100% behind Nicole helping Lolo?
No,
What
Nicole's
was
an
going
idiot.
on? Like, why?
Hey,
Lolo didn't need your help.
Remember, Nicole said she wanted to align immediately with who she thought were the strongest women.
Can't everyone else hear the colors that she's calling out too? I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, not with that voice.
It was a screeching cat. It was a screeching cat.
Who is mocking her? What guy? was
Darrell did a spot on
Yes.
check
Oh man.
impression of Nicole.
Of
Young.
Andy Dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Andy
Man.
Dick.
They should
So-
have never. Well, who said that about her? Bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Man, he
I
was
can't
spot
look
on
at
with
her
that,
and not
too.
see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
All right, so let's move into. Let's just talk about our draft. Let's do a little quick draft update, guys.
Oh, you only want a quick one?
I'm surprised Kylie's the one that brought this up, to be honest.
Just
I mean,
super quick draft update. Let's hit it. Let's move on.
Let's
Talk
move
about,
on.
talk about better things, y'all.
See, this is why you might want to move on.
So, yep, y'all, it's been a while since we did our draft way back when. And unfortunately, my girl Ashley here, right here in the middle, tier 3, you bitch.
With that hair, man.
Ashley, Millionaire Mitchell with the big letdown.
It's a big letdown. So we're just going to fill her square in with some red to acknowledge that she's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Well, at least she kept her on the screen for us because I was very upset when Ashley went home.
Rest in peace, Ashley.
Ashley was very upset.
We'll miss your hair flips. We'll miss your
Oh my God.
commentary. And we'll miss
Right.
your performances. Rest in peace to the true queen.
Yeah, she was not letting them live down being voted out. She's like, all of them are scared. That's why I got out first.
Yeah, I just loved her calling out everyone's just saying, hey, it's not my fault I win and you're a bunch of losers.
Sorry.
Sorry
not
that I
sorry.
can't relate.
Yeah.
Okay, but can we talk about, like, was it actually a good move for her to line with CT?
No.
That was
No.
Well, CT
Yeah, I mean,
thought
they
it was a better
often-
move than Cam, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, obviously, they looked at each other. There aren't a lot of challenge champions here.
exactly.
Darrell, CT, Ashley, Wes, 4. Yeah, there's 4 challenge champions here. And honestly, there's not even a whole lot of veterans. I mean, you know, you've got Anissa, Nani, Teresa, Leroy. There's about 7 that I think really actually classify themselves as vets. And so, you know, I think that it is probably best for them to stick together. So
I just started laughing again because I forgot that Lauren drafted Jay first.
Really? See, I'm always going to get brought up somehow. Always.
Jay even said, like, he beat CT one time, but he's still terrified.
Well, yeah, look at him now. If he faced the CT that looked like CT now, CT probably was able to break those chains.
yeah.
I did
He got
not
a
know
little
what
winded.
CT's body looked like going into this season until the season was about to start. So I didn't know that.
No, hey,
Receipts.
it still does not change the fact that you drafted Jay first. Regardless of CT shedding the dad bod, you still drafted Jay over Corey, Kyle, Nom, Darrell,
I mean,
Casey, Wes.
I mean, even
girl.
Nelson.
I still ended up with Wes, though. I still got him, so it didn't matter.
Oh, God.
Either
panicked.
way,
When I saw
all I
Wes
can
and CT in there, I freaked out.
yeah.
After watching this first episode, my team just looks in trouble.
I think it's been in trouble
I
since
know
long
who-
before the
Hey,
episode.
Lauren, who is not scared of CT on your team, your boy Leo Rush,
Man of the hour.
man of the hour, the
Mothman.
Is he going to be man of the 90 minutes now?
This is actually a full-size picture of Leo Rush. Yeah, so anyways, there's your draft update, guys. We don't need to spend too much time on that, not just because it was my person that was eliminated, but because there's still a lot of the season to
Wait
go.
1 sec
So,
though. Anyone on this board, which team has someone who now qualifies for the final?
Alex, get out of here, okay?
Alex, it's a long season, bud.
It's
Hey.
the first episode. Get out of here.
He had a great first episode though. Winning, beating the only women's champion that was on this season.
Yeah, no, I mean, super impressed with Natalie. As Survivor fans, I think we can all say that we're all pumped for her performance in this episode. Russell, even though we sent out the link to him, gave him the heads up that the challenge was coming on last Wednesday, he missed the episode and he asked, hey, how'd my girl Natalie do? Well, Russell, she did really damn good. So, yeah.
I have a question, though. If it wasn't where it was a girls' elimination and it ended up being pairs against pairs, who do you guys think ultimately would have came out on top?
Probably, no, yeah, Natalie and Wes.
CT would be, like for that. I feel while he's in shape, his body type would not fit for that type of challenge.
100%.
Whereas Wes is more lean.
And
I don't know though, because Natalie is a meatball, man. She's all muscle.
Yeah, but she does CrossFit for a
But she's
living.
way
That's basically what you're doing there.
Yeah, but muscle weighs more than fat, and there's like that is hard to do, to take something like over 150 pounds, where Ashley's working at like 110.
is well known. Like, she will tell everyone she does not train for these shows. And I think this was a challenge that bit her in the ass for that reason. Natalie doesn't necessarily train for these shows. She does do CrossFit. And this was a very CrossFit challenge. I would agree. CT is not, I don't think CT would have beat Wes. While CT can have all of the slenderness in the world, he is old, y'all, and I would be worried about his joints a little bit doing that challenge.
Like,
Dislocated.
If this was CT, like prime time CT wins and probably tears off the entire board while doing it.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Cue him carrying bananas as a backpack.
He would do this challenge while carrying bananas as a backpack.
Yeah.
And still win.
So, based off of the first episode, who do y'all think has the best team?
Based on the first episode?
Based on the first episode, because I definitely think it's Laren.
Yeah, and probably the most attractive team as well.
I'm
just looking at Lolo and Nom, and I'm like rooting them on.
Yeah,
They're gonna have
Lolo's
children
beautiful.
after this.
Nom is beautiful. CT's hot. Nelson.
Nelson's
audacity.
He kept his mouth.
Gabby, smoke show.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gabby's
Why
too
is
hot.
she getting all sad and emotional? I thought that was unnecessary though.
I thought that was
Girl, put your
unnecessary.
game face on.
I'm just looking at Joseph Allen all the way on Trisha's team.
I was
That's
the last.
I know. It just catches my eye.
Last pick.
I know. It just catches my eye every time.
Oh my God. Okay, well, that puts us into a new part of our show, which we'll be doing every week, which is a ranking of the players from the episode. So really, this will tell us who actually has the best draft team based on where we rank them. So we'll be doing this episode by episode. We don't have to spend too much time on every player. Obviously, a lot of these players didn't get a lot of airtime, so they will probably rank in the middle. But I do want to pick y'all's brains on where everyone ranks, from Banana's backpack to that being the most badass competitor out there, to the audacity of why are you here on this episode. So
Joseph Allen, where you at? Go on and drag and drop him.
Go ahead and we'll throw some players in here to give kind of everyone what does this look like. So Joseph Allen is obviously the audacity you had to sleep in the bar while Big T is hitting you with her purse.
The audacity.
Can't really
Can we just
complain
say,
about
do we
that.
think though? I think he might be one of the nicest people though, so I want to give him some credit somewhere.
Oh, he is. He is a kind human. I just feel like this challenge house is going to eat him up and spit him out for breakfast.
Yeah. Yep.
He needs to go on a softer show, maybe.
Like America's Got Talent.
Like America's Got Talent.
Where you don't
Probably
have
pretty
to do
good.
anything but sing.
Yeah, just be yourself, be nice, let people like you. That's
Right,
where
who
it's
do
at.
we put in the Bananas backpack? Who do we feel like was the absolute goat of this episode? Really showed us what they're made of.
Well, I feel like you would have to sort of pick the person who was in the strategic control of the episode, and that would have been the title of the episode, Killer Cam. You sort of have to put her up at the top or close to the top, even though her shot missed. She still has the house with her.
Yeah, I don't think we put we put her all the way into the bananas backpack because CT dismissing her is going to drop her down for me into the nitty gritty category.
But
because
wait,
He
why would you do
bounced
that?
away.
you
He
are
bounced
dismissed.
away like this.
That was on him, though. That was on him.
That was a bad move by CT, not by her.
He went into elimination because of that.
You are
But
dismissed.
he didn't go home, so I wouldn't. Didn't get.
Yeah,
the
but
person
whose
that she
numbers
wanted
does
out.
he have?
But she didn't get the person that she necessarily wanted out. CT's coming back into the game now, and now CT's going to potentially target her. So I wouldn't put her all the way at the top tier for that.
Right.
CT is one of the goats. Cam is not. Like, come
Right,
on.
Cam. I
Like,
love.
Here's the thing.
I
you
love your energy,
Solely on this episode.
but
Raise
you
your hand.
you've got to step it up, kill a Cam, to earn that title because right now you're not there. Sorry. Not
put-
sorry.
She even said to CT though, she said, I'm killer, and he looked at her and he bounced away. Like that means nothing to me.
Goodbye.
And I think that was a huge mistake on his part. She has allies and so many people in this house that could have worked for CT and been what he needed. Cam and CT would not have gone into this elimination, and CT's lucky that it was not a men's or partners elimination because he would have lost. And I mean, Cam controlled this house. Like she turned him down and was like, why not? Like that's a huge, like he turned me down and he went with Ashley. That's a stupid error on his part, which it was.
Well, all I'm going to say then is if you're not going to put Cam up there, no one on this season currently can be put at the Bananas backpack level because we haven't seen enough of them. And also, when we're describing these players, I know CT's historic, but I'm not judging CT by what he did 15 years ago. I'm judging him based off what he's doing this season.
Right, and I'm not saying that CT needs to be in the bananas backpack category, but I'm saying his dismissal of Cam, and then yes, Cam might have driven the strategy of throwing CT and Ashley into the elimination, but it wasn't at Ashley, it was at CT, and CT didn't get eliminated. He's coming back in the house, so
Well, let's just call
I'm
spade.
sorry.
I agree with Kiley.
But let's just call
Thanks.
spade a spade. They didn't want to have CT or West be the first person to go, so they made it a women's
And didn't
elimination.
want.
Most likely, but I mean, last season we did lose CT extremely early, and we lost Wes. Wes was there about half of the show, so I mean,
They could only control that on this elimination. So they were like, okay, we're gonna
show all of our cards right here.
We're going to start off with a girls' elimination because the girls are Ashley and Natalie, and we can afford to lose Ashley. But we cannot afford to lose one of CT or Wes. That was a production change. So, anyways, we'll put Cam here, but I don't agree necessarily that there's no one that belongs in the top tier, and I'm basing just on this episode. I would say that the one person that came and showed that she was here to play was Natalie.
Yeah, I think you can put Natalie pretty high up there. I don't know if she necessarily gets Bananas backpack either, but she's definitely far up there. I love her commentary of like, how should I play this? Like, should I play dumb or should I try to scare the shit out of them? Yes, Natalie, scare the shit out of them. That's what I want you to do.
I do like it though when Lola shot up that mountain, she like shot up that hill ahead of everyone, and even all the guys were like, "Dang!" And then they were all like, "Oh, that's right, she's an Olympian." Like,
I think it would be shitty of us to ignore who really had the shining episode in the first episode, and that is Anissa. Give it up for Queen Issa.
Yeah, she played it well.
She played it well. She won the challenge. She got her first pick of the partner. She decided to,
Bananas backpack?
I think Anissa gets the Bananas backpack.
Right.
But didn't she miss on her
basing
shot
it off
too?
episodes, I agree. And that's the thing. If we're doing all these based off episodes, I agree. Anissa should rise up to the Bananas backpack. She ultimately won the first challenge, was able to actually pick who she wanted 100% as her partner. She went with Fessy because she's in it to win it this season. And at that moment, she thought Fessy was her best option, which I think was a great move on her part.
Yeah. And, she said, hey, Wes, I'm not real worried about our 15-year friendship, buddy. You can take your ass down there, too.
But I felt so bad for her, man, whenever they said that she got first pick and everybody was looking down. Like, I felt so bad.
Don't make
Darrell
eye
wasn't.
contact.
Darrell wasn't. Darrell was like,
Don't make
hey,
eye contact.
Pick me.
I
I'm ready.
know, right? Why wouldn't she pick Darrell?
Which
he's
I would say that's the
amazing.
reason why I wouldn't have put Natalie up at Bananas Backpack, because I think she made the wrong choice between picking Darrell or Wes. Yes, Darrell's similar, but she wouldn't have been put down there if she was with Darrell, because Darrell's not going to cause problems the way Wes does.
Yeah, and this is where it helps to do a little bit of research, if any, about the challenge, like before.
Yeah.
Know your people.
Wes was scouting for a rookie, though, y'all. He poached her.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't want to pull a CT and be like,
Well, she's one of the most beastly females there, too. So, of course, Wes thought.
Wes was looking around. He was like, which one of these can be my new she that shall not be named? And you know what, Natalie? I'm going to scoop you up for that role.
There you go.
And he obviously knew her because he is he's a Survivor fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were in communication
Leo
before this with each other.
Leo? I put Leo in the middle. Like,
Yeah.
he had some spotlight. He wasn't afraid to go against.
Oh my God, he's getting smaller.
Oh my God.
Oh. Yeah,
But,
well,
yeah.
I was really proud of him for, speaking up, letting people know he exists.
Yeah,
And
like
then showing them, hey, I can pick you up. And then saying it again, I can pick you up.
Yeah, I body slam people two times your size.
Which we've seen
that's
a
what you
lot
get with
of
him.
challenges where people have to actually physically wrestle or, pin each other or take something away from each other. And I think that might make him a threat in some cases, especially when you have to be low to the ground like that.
I think in the right situation, like he could be a similar case of like a Derek K.
Yeah.
Like Derek K had that grit and soul. And if there's anything that like I know about Leo Rush, or Lionel Green is his real name, is he's a scrapper, he's a fighter, and he won't take crap from anyone. If they're looking at him the wrong way, he's not afraid to go up to them.
Yeah, he has that grit about him, so I think he could be really successful in some of the more difficult challenges.
Yes, Dragon Monkey, you're correct.
He can do a triple moonsault off the top rope, so there's that.
Whatever the nail that means.
That's a triple backflip.
So we'll put Leo Rush in the Young Bucks, which is, a great group of people, but no winners. Middle of the road.
Middle of the road.
Because he spoke his mind. He wasn't scared to speak up, and he was honestly the first person to say, "I'm voting for you, CT." And I think that gives him a little street cred.
Yeah,
he did.
So
that was so sassy.
Yeah,
let's vote for you.
Let's move into the cotton pad. So who just wasn't at their A game, y'all?
Alan wasn't sleeping, but might as well have been sleeping because we never saw them.
No, Amber scored.
Okay, well, here you go. Start dragging. You can start on the right side and just start moving everybody.
Like for now, I would put both my Ambers in there. They didn't have any confessionals.
Right.
But it could be a good thing that they didn't have confessionals this episode.
Right.
Who knows?
Amber, Devin, Nicole.
Like a bunch of them.
Michi. Literally fill up the whole damn square.
Michi just talking about how cute he was the whole time. This is moneymaker.
I know, really cute, but
Michi.
That's not gonna help you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to jam a variety of people in that square.
Corey, Nani.
I still think Nicole should be in Audacity because, man, her just yelling all that across, that was just confusing for everyone.
You said
I feel bad for the people trying to actually look at this.
The Audacity, Andy Dick. What are you doing? I think you can
Like,
add.
everyone was like, "What is Nicole doing? No one can understand her." Oh my god.
Yep. Nani.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of Nani.
Nani, I know that you'll be showing up in the rest of the episodes, my girl. Don't worry about
Right.
it.
Just leave her in there a little longer.
Put Big T and at least TYB because
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like after this one, I feel like you sort of have to group them together. So wherever one goes, they all sort of have to go, and that's the Big Brother people. Because I liked what they did this episode.
Yeah.
On a very strategic level, you had Casey,
I think
Betsy,
you
and
can
Josh
put-
all saying spread up.
I think you
create
can
the
put them in a little TYB category, like
and they have
team,
potential to go up.
team Young Brothers.
I cannot stand
But like
Josh,
I
man.
would put Betsy a tier above though.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for winning. Yep, I would put Fessy up as well.
Fessy, you're in the nitty gritty.
I gotta say though, Corey's comment about Josh, fantastic.
Yeah, you take the cake for comment of the episode. First confessional. Yeah, we didn't get anything from Kyle.
No, and Devin like acting like an old businessman, drinking coffee in the mornings, like standing and observing.
Yeah, he
I'm like,
reminds
what
me.
is happening? Like boredom.
Dragon
That's
Monkey.
what Devin is.
Dragon Monkey, this is why you're my boy, right here. Naughty throws noodles, 6-1 odds. Abso-freaking-lutely.
I don't think she froze noodles this time.
It may not be noodles, but she will throw something in a drunken fit. And this
Yeah.
is why you're my favorite.
And Josh will too. Josh will too. Because he's immature like that.
Well, yeah, Josh will get into a fight, waiting, just making sure that there's security nearby because he knows they'll block him or the other person more.
What
important.
episode is Devin? What episode is Josh gonna start crying on though?
4th.
Oh,
Early.
next episode.
What episode does Josh start crying?
Yeah, what episode do
Jay.
you think Josh is gonna start crying?
Definitely by 3. Teresa, boy,
Teresa, did she even have a confessional?
no.
I don't.
I'm putting Teresa in the
I
audacity
know.
because why did she want Jay as her partner?
The audacity. Why did I go there?
What?
They
I
got
don't
stuck
know.
together though. I
They
mean,
gotta have YouTube hating us.
They look like twins.
The commenters are gonna come for us.
hey, Jay really wanted to be with her. He said that he was a fan of Teresa.
hey, not like that. She has a husband. He
I-
likes her in a friendly way.
Hey, I mean, we've seen things crazier on the challenge, so you never
I
know.
know.
Are we putting her in the audacity or cotton pad?
No, she's in the cotton pad. She
He's
was
in the cotton pad.
she was irrelevant. You better
Cotton
take her
patch
off
or
the
cotton
audacity.
pads.
The
Put
cotton
Devin
pad.
in there too, because he's boring as hell.
Yeah, Tori, you go in there.
Put Leroy up at TYB. Like
Yeah.
he's with Cam, but I think Cam's was more in charge of that.
Yeah, Cam
I
wears the
really
pants
wish-
in that relationship.
I wish they would have asked CT why he bounced away from Cam. Like they could have gotten something out
Like
of him
in
for that.
a confessional. Yeah.
Right.
Professional, yeah. Because I wonder if he was thinking like, man, Leroy is attached to her too. We know
Nom,
Leroy's the sweetest
boy.
angel on
Nom,
the
you
planet,
cutie.
but yeah. Okay, Nom, we see you.
The
Where's-
cotton pads are getting overflowed here.
The
Yeah.
cotton pad, cotton pad
Well, I
down.
think that's where almost the rest of them all have
Yeah.
to go at this point because they're not like even if they made it the case, they're not in a good
Yeah.
position.
All right, so slight hot take. I think y'all are gonna agree with me. But while I defended CT a little bit, I didn't defend him necessarily, but I think he knocked Cam down from Banana's backpack level to the nitty gritty. I think CT's overall performance puts him in the category of the audacity. What the
He had a
doing?
he had a horrible episode.
He did have a bad episode. If we're basing it on the episode,
Look at Trisha's face.
Like you sort of had to put the last 3 in the audacity just for how bad they
Oh,
played it.
not today.
Yeah, I agree. Like they all 3 had bad episodes.
But is
The
that
audacity.
Joseph Allen who was asleep in the bar?
Well,
Okay, well,
there's
put
different
Joseph Allen
circumstances.
down into his own category. Like we don't know what you're doing.
no, but
He's below audacity.
screwed up so bad strategically. He should have known better. He's done so many challenges
No.
where if you turn someone down, as he did Cam, and then everyone else comes against you. That was such terrible gameplay. It was bad.
And Wes has to be there because he
Wow.
oh wow, he got bigger there with his big head. But you know, I feel like he, even though he may have saw it coming, he also was still blindsided by the results.
Yep. I think that's a pretty accurate representation.
I think so. It looks good.
Look at
But-
Anissa on the top.
I'm
Good
really
for her.
This is great.
Yep, y'all. But
Good.
what's most important is we got to talk about who actually got shafted, because someone in this group of 30 got the shaft. And we're not talking about what Gabby's going to get later this season.
Hey.
Hey.
Spoilers.
So, yeah, who do y'all think got the shaft, the raw end of the deal? Sorry, things went this way for you, but it is what it is.
I'll go. Ashley. And
Ashley.
it's sort of obvious why.
Yeah. Ashley definitely fell victim to CT's bad politics.
I agree. But from my standpoint too, I think Ashley should have gone, such as what the Big Brother people did, to CT and said, "Hey CT, maybe it's better for us to split up so then we're aligned with different people in the house."
I think they just weren't thinking at that level at that moment. But
They've never gotten to just pick each other,
Yeah,
right?
but
I
am
think
gonna
fresh
say
meat.
there is
I think
a
fresh
second
meat was the
person.
last time they got to do that, and that was like that was a decade ago.
I do have a second person for contention, and that's Big T, and that's for who her partner is.
Her partner.
That's the case. Bessie may have too.
Yeah, Fessy,
Right,
you may have got the
Betsy can't
shaft
be put
yourself.
there if you guys just put Anissa as the best person in the episode.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Anissa
The
didn't get the
episode.
shaft. Fessy got the
did.
shaft. Anissa,
But-
this
But
was
he got the
great
top
for
player.
Can we
Well, I
talk about
know.
how Cam
She got
downgraded
the
when
top
she got
10%
Josh?
play.
Can we talk about how Cam downgraded so much when she got stuck with Josh?
At least Cam, I feel like though, at least Cam had strategy to her pick. She was like,
She did have strategy, but if I'm thinking with Casey, oh, I'm with Leroy, and Cam's probably thinking, oh, I got Josh.
Well,
Yikes.
Did you see Josh on Twitter? He said he knew he wanted to have Cam because he wanted to have someone who was a beast at eliminations to help him get an elimination win.
And it's a smart move on his end, but I'm just saying, I think that Cam, just how the format of this show is, if she gets an opportunity where she wins an elimination and can switch partners, I think she would upgrade to somebody else.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I don't think she's shafted based off what the rules are.
Oh, I'm not saying she's shafted. I just wanted to mention it, how it was a huge downgrade for her.
yeah, she did, kind of start up here and
But I mean, you're sitting here holding fingers with your boyfriend, and you're thinking, why does nobody want to be our partners? Well, separate yourselves. Like, you are not joined by the penis and the vagina. Y'all can separate and go.
Well, I
your
think that
different
was
ways.
her telling Leroy that. Like Leroy went to her, and then she was like, "No, we need to split up." And then they cut to Casey and Josh going, "No, we can't be together. We need to split up." And then they were both next to each other, like, "Hey, let's do
a
some swap.
switcheroo. No one's ever going to notice this.
Let's swing."
Yeah, let's swing. No one will ever notice this. It won't.
switch.
Right.
Let's switch.
Yeah, this is craziness.
I
So-
would agree that the person who gets the Shaft Award this week is definitely Ashley. She kind of shafted herself, to be honest, by being so okay with keeping CT, taking him, but she was boasting like, I got the best partner ever. We did not see any strategizing from her of, beforehand fear of going in. And I mean, she is probably, her and Bananas are probably two of the most targeted winners ever because of what they did at the end.
I think it's part of like we see it with how she sort of talks about after the fact, like on her social media accounts. Like she doesn't see herself in that light. Whereas you have someone like Bananas seeing himself in that light, knowing that, and she is someone who tries to go into the season to be like one of the regular people, like be able to go into a situation if she can survive a few rounds, make relationships with whoever she sees as being the more in power position, and then once she gets to a final, she has a leg up on people because she has more brains than most of them. So and she just doesn't have that same energy of knowing, yes, I'm a bad bitch and these people should be scared of me. She goes, look at me. Why would people be afraid of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's worked with people on different seasons too, because she's been aligned with Cam and Leroy at one point, but yet on this season, they turn around, put her in, she gets sent home first. I think the issue with Ashley is, and I love Ashley to death, Ashley's one of my favorites, she's either in it for the long haul or she goes home super early. There's no in between for her. So she's either going to go all the way to the end or she's going to be one of the first few people eliminated.
Yeah.
And you know, it also goes with she probably also came in with the same mindset though of historically on the challenge, even if you're a winner, like normally it's either winners are targeting the other winners, and it's more not because they're winners, but just because of history, or it's just like, okay, we all have this unknown thing. It's sort of like any sports team that you join. There's that hazing period of the veterans get to chill for a few rounds, and we let the rookies earn their stripes, go into elimination. And so she's probably thinking, I can just lay low, not dictate it that much. Let the other people do it. I'm just going to sit back and chill. They said the rookies, okay, it's this group. That's what I'll do then.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't think Ashley had her best episode though.
She had great confessionals though.
Great confessionals, but strategically, the selecting of her partner, not necessarily doing a lot of campaigning to try to keep herself out of it, at least not that we were shown. So I think she gets our Shaft award for episode 1. Sorry, Ashley, you got shafted. All right, y'all. So let's move into our next category. Let's talk about some social media.
Oh, my favorite.
So
We have not done the tweet of the day, and while we are on the topic of the episode, let's do our tweet of the day because I have missed the Twitter world since we have left the Big Brother realm, and do our tweet of the day. So our tweet of the day comes from our girl, Jimmy, just Jim, 24. Which says, the Challenge MTV tweeted out * Joseph, hashtag the Challenge 36, with the infamous clip from Big T. And Jim says, I love her so much, it actually hurts. And I think we could all relate to this. And my screen just stopped sharing. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, so we're not going to see the clip, but that's okay. But this...
I'm just excited to see what Jacob's got. So, like, I think that... Oh, Jesus, sorry. Damn it. John... No. Jason, I'm just...
Same, Big T. We don't know her name either. So,
that was just priceless. I mean, honestly, it couldn't get any better than that.
Trisha, Dawn wants to know how many followers are you up to now?
Oh, I'm probably at the same amount because I've really been slacking on my Twitter world. Y'all, please go give me a follow. Hang on, let me tell y'all. I'm still at 54. That's embarrassing. We need to get it up to 60.
It's not that bad.
I have 4 followers to meet my goal this week.
All right. 54, and you're trying to get to 60. That is 6, but okay.
It's feasible.
Math is hard.
There you go.
Math is hard, y'all. She needs 6 followers to make her goal for the week.
What did I say? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Y'all,
We're so bad.
We're so bad at math.
For you.
All right, so let's talk about some more social media. I think we got Alex back. Our members are dropping like flies tonight, but let's talk some more social media. So one of the best things that happens in a challenge season is all of the social media. And, we think it would be fun to highlight a little bit of that every episode. So let's talk about some of this. Trisha, your computer's still not sharing, is it?
Well, it is. It is now. So,
Okay.
I'm going to let you decide which topic we dive into first, because there's a lot of juice out there for us to chew on.
So let's talk about the one that's most relevant for this season, and that is the social media drama between Wes and Anissa. So we have some text messages that were posted of a conversation between Wes and Anissa, where Anissa texted Wes and said, "Hey, you should." Oh, that's not the first one. That's not the first message. Hold on, guys. We'll get it together. It's been a while.
Didn't y'all miss this where me and Kiley were live? Just
struggling.
Cluster of fun over here. Okay, I got it going now. Hey.
Okay. Anissa texts Wes and says, "Hey, so I've thought about this a lot. I had to do what I thought was necessary in the game, but it didn't feel good. We've always been friends, and it just sucked feeling like I needed to make some major adjustments in my game in order to make it to the final. After you said those shitty things on the bus, it did make it a bit easier to not care, but I'm a human. I do love and care about you and your well-being. Watching it back definitely made me a bit anxious about the whole thing, but what's done is done, and hopefully you don't take it as personally as it came off." And Wes replies back to her and says, I wasn't done reading.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da-da-da. Says, "You should go on Twitter."
Girl. This is it.
Wes says, "I get that. Believe me, I do. I just naturally." Oh, nope.
Golly.
Wes says, "What I said on the bus was after you betrayed me unnecessarily. I said so out of anger for getting fucked by a friend. I appreciate the apology, but I already got one in person. We're good. I need some time to heal because you're not the only friend who said unnecessary bullshit about my character in their interview, which is the only place people have the courage to do so because they'd look stupid saying that shit to my face because it's all lies, insecurity, and jealousy." Anissa says, "I get that. Believe me, I do. I just naturally felt bad. I'm a fucking softie when it comes down to it. I just felt an extra apology wouldn't hurt." Wait on it. There's always more. Wes is, he's got to get in another jab, y'all, and it's coming. If you didn't think that he was going to get another one, you're crazy. He says, "You should go on Twitter and say this because it's the truth. Wes has never crossed me or been disloyal. I sent him in because I fell for the mob's branding of him and wanted to make a big move. Then, out of insecurity for my decision, I said some heinous things in my interview about him to attempt to validate my own internal issues I had with myself." And Anissa says, I'm probably not going to do that. The whole internal issues I had with myself is quite the reach, Wes. Wes says, "Nope, I'm right. Sorry. There's no other explanation for why an angel would be talking like that about their decade-long friend unless she was ... We probably should have made this into one screen. Unless she was projecting her feelings about herself onto him." And Anissa just signs off. "Have a good day." I'm going to leave it at that.
Cut it off.
What are y'all's thoughts on Wes and Anissa? So we know that they've had a very long friendship, and it doesn't seem like the friendship is completely over, but things that happened this season kind of rubbed their friendship the wrong way.
Yeah.
So here's my thought real quick. First off, if you want to actually apologize to someone, maybe give them a call instead of texting them, because receipts can be saved, and this is exactly what happened, where it can get posted everywhere. So next time you want to make an apology to someone, maybe give them a call where it cannot be saved.
Life lessons from Lauren. Let's make this a new segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And I think just if you're trying to apologize to someone that actually means something to you, definitely doing it in person is obviously best, but it's 2020. You can't necessarily be in person, but phone calls definitely better than a text message.
Yeah, and also just like from Anissa's standpoint, once you see Wes respond that way, you know what Wes is doing. Wes is doing this in an attempt so that he can post it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he's typing the way that he's typing. Like, he's someone who thinks that way. So, like, I would have just stopped right there. I wouldn't have let him continue. But by letting him continue, it also shows why people won't want to align with him. The issue is like, if you're truly friends, I think it's fine if you go after each other in a game. Like, because it's a game, you're there to win money. You're not there to win money for someone else unless you're like strapped to them and you have to win it in that type of season. But you should be able to have that without the other person feeling like you're attacking them personally or their character. So I guess we will see more of that potentially. But he does have a point where most of them don't say it to his face. At least we don't get shown them saying it to his face as much anymore as it was back in the heyday.
Yeah.
They all save it for their confessionals to say, well, he's a snake. Why would you align with him? He's the worst person for you to pick. If you knew what was right, you would leave that guy instantly. He's toxic. Like, using those words, I can see why that would dig at him the wrong way. Because he has a brand and a reputation for outside stuff with his real work that this could impact.
Right. Yeah, he's got a real business.
Monster trucks. All that stuff.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting to see if there's more that's going to happen between this. I mean, this is just episode 1. So to see how it goes from here, because obviously Anissa drew a line in the sand. And I don't think they're going to be able to go back across that line this season. Maybe in future seasons, but right now, this season, I think that relationship is set. I mean, it's so. Any other thoughts on this topic?
They'll make up. They'll FaceTime. It'll be fine.
I think Wes should have put a shoe in his mouth.
Yeah, Rivals 4, maybe, y'all. No.
That would be a terrible pairing.
I feel like it's always well spoken, and wouldn't mean any harm. Like, she's old too. Like, I'm like, these older cast members, they're just not really here for the drama, and so I think they know how production works. And them saying something in an interview, is just, I think Anissa will get past it. I do think Wes asking her to tweet a specific saying is a little overboard, and probably shouldn't have done that. I think this could have gone a little better if he wasn't like, well, please tweet out this.
Yeah, thank you. This is how I would like for you to phrase this.
It happens when you have big egos. And that's the thing with reality TV. You have to have a big ego in order to be entertaining, really.
Yeah. Well, absolutely.
I agree. And then with Alex, what he was saying in the sense of after she saw his first reply, she probably just should have stopped it there. And then that's a point where you pick up the phone and actually have a conversation instead of over a text message, because over text, it's so hard to express your emotions and how you're truly feeling. And it's so much easier to just talk it through over the phone.
Yeah. So moving on to our next social media segment. This one is going to be challenge related, but not this season challenge related. So
this really quick before we get into it, that if you are a minor, we just prepare. I don't know, like maybe 13 and younger shouldn't watch this part of the show. The end.
Oh God.
Disclaimer.
I don't know which one you're talking about now. So you go here.
Doing some deep conversation. One of them, and then so I'm just giving y'all an out to anyone who is young.
Yeah, the next 2 social media segments are a little heavier. So let's get into the one that's not as fun. So if y'all did not see, Steve Bear tweeted, well, he did not tweet. He posted on Instagram about he posted this video. It's about 2 minutes long with the caption, "The only time goodbye is painful is when you know you'll never say hello again." And obviously this is a really deep topic.
Yeah, so there's it. So before even this week, so we've just now gotten a chance to even talk about this, but there's been a lot building up to this Instagram post. So a week or two back, Bear apparently, allegedly posted on his OnlyFans, Georgia doing things that were private and that he did not give permission to be on OnlyFans or be on the internet or be shared.
Or be filmed.
Or be filmed, exactly. So that's obviously a problem. And so Georgia has, blasted this because it's been posted by him, by Bear. And Georgia's saying, I did not give this permission and this is a problem for me. I do not condone this. This isn't okay. And she, was like, I'm taking this support. So there's that. Well, then, it just kind of, this is a spiraling out of control situation. We then see Bear, he makes this post on his Instagram. I don't know if it was on his post or his story, and he said something along the lines of, all of you guys would just feel so bad for me if I were to go stunt a suicide, pretty much. If I were to go put a rope around my neck, have my buddy put me up there, this is all he says on his Instagram. Okay, so there's that, and it's just, coming off really, really badly. Well, then he posts this, and he's in Dubai, and he posts this video of, like, how he can't handle this anymore, this is too much, da-da-da-da. And
he's talking about the voices in his head. Y'all, and it's a 2-minute long video of him crying. Definitely, no matter what, whether this is a video looking for sympathy, if it is a cry for help, he's got some deep rooted issues that he's got to work on. And after he posted this, lots of people were tagging Georgia, sliding into her DMs. Georgia said that, she had tried to contact him, and also people that she thought might be with him, saying, hey, if you are with him, I need to know that he's okay. If not, I'm going to contact the authorities because I have had several friends that have died by suicide. And, this is a serious topic for me. And so Georgia then later posted that she did contact the authorities in Dubai and that they did basically a welfare check on him. And, she was like, I just want y'all to know that this is what I did. And, this is kind of all that I can do. So.
He also talks about medicine that he takes for his mental disorders. And he was refusing to take them. So this just could have been a break, a psychotic break or something along that nature. We're not, mental or psychiatrists here. So definitely if anyone's struggling, definitely get the help you need, and hopefully Bear's okay.
Yeah, hopefully Bear's okay, and just Georgia, like, you are a good person, because a lot of people in your position would not have taken the time or cared, but just for her to reach out to somebody that she did care about but has hurt her deeply, like, kind of gives me chills. So good for you, girl.
Yeah,
and there's no easy transition from that. And there's definitely not an easy transition from that story into another story that is rocking the Big Brother Challenge world.
So, a few weeks ago, Zach Rance from BB16, which, yes, we know this is a challenge show. We are going to tie it back into the challenge. Just wait on it. But Zach Rance came out with an article saying that, that he is bisexual and that he did have a relationship with Frankie post BB16. But where it gets interesting, y'all, is he has hooked up with BB and challenge veteran Jose. And Jose posted this picture on his Instagram of the collaboration you have all been waiting for, and I think he's got more on his OnlyFans. So this is the tea, y'all. Zach and Jose.
And there's more on his Instagram that we are not going to show. Go check it out because it's still up. If you follow Jose, he has a generally risque Instagram. So it's no different if you follow him, you're familiar. But yeah, if you are interested in the Jose Zach Rants collab, go follow them on Instagram.
Check it out, y'all.
We just thought, 2020 couldn't throw any more curveballs. This was shocking. I just regardless of sexual orientation, I just did not see this pair coming.
Did not see this coming.
Yeah.
Alex, you were ready for this? You were like, oh yeah.
No, I can't say I was ready for it, but once the only reason why Zach Rants is going to be coming out with articles and stuff like that is if he's trying to get in the limelight in some way again. So why not use a more recent Big Brother and social media person who has a multi-platform now through multiple shows like a Jose and just go, hey, let's feel it out. Let's see if there's something there. So, best of luck to him.
Yep.
Best of luck to Jose, and sure, that's something.
The best of luck to them, honestly. If they're happy and they end up together and it works out for them, great.
On a scale of this lasting forever to this is over faster than I don't know what.
Than a Kim Kardashian marriage.
Well, we don't even know if it's actually a thing or if it's just them just doing this stuff for the
right.
No, we don't know, but I'm just saying,
I'm gonna go.
You're happy together. That's all I care about.
I'm gonna go with this not being a relationship, but definitely being Alex. Ding, ding, ding! You hit the nail on the head. This is something for attention.
100.
Time will tell, though. So. Gotta give it some time. You never know.
Well, like usual, I believe I'll be right.
They're playing the field. And the final topic of discussion in the spotlight of the challenge is how many breakups have gone on this year, maybe in the challenge world. So we know that CT and his wife have separated recently.
Yeah, but then she's also been posting some pictures of them. So
I think he was trying to be specific when he said separated and not divorced.
Right.
So it could be now. He filmed in the beginning of the summer. Maybe they got back from this and worked their way back to doing at least being friendly with each other for because they have a kid in this.
Yeah. Yeah, so we do have the break or the separation of CT and his wife. We did get the announcement from Tori and Jordan that they are split up. And we get this comment over here from Natalie Duran. Hey, Ninja! There have been rumors that Fessy and Tori are dating. Somebody saw them together. Fessy was doing a live, and you can hear Tori in the background. So I have not heard this, but
I believe they both live in Texas.
But he's in Hawaii on vacation.
But they're in Hawaii, and it could be anything. But Fessie's single, she's single.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this?
It's not the first time Tori had a transition through the challenge between boyfriends.
That's true.
This is true. What do y'all think about this?
No disrespect.
I wouldn't mind this. They seem fine to me. I would be okay with them together. Have no issue with that. I do feel sad though with what happened with Tori and Jordan because I do genuinely think that they were actually really happy with each other. But just sometimes when you're in the limelight so much, that could hinder your relationship. And I think that could have potentially had something to do with it. They have posted that they have respect for both each other. So I'm happy that it seemed as though they ended on good terms.
I think they just had. Oh, sorry.
You're good, Alex. Go.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think, like she said, there was a bunch of tiny little things that at times feel insignificant, but it could have been just some things of while they had an attraction to each other and they liked each other's personalities, maybe there was just some further deeper things in like beliefs or whatnot that they just did not mesh together. And you know what? It's good on them though to call it, knowing when it's time to call it quits, even though at a time you did make a commitment to be like, we do feel we have a future. But once you find out that that's not necessarily the case, there's no issue with both of them figuring out, okay, let's just call it, we can still be friends. Let's move on.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I'm sad to see them break up because I did like them as a couple, because I think that Tori was very good for Jordan. Tori was very good for Jordan.
Yeah, the other way around, I don't know about so much.
Yeah, so anyways, but Fessy and Tori, I could be here for this, y'all. Like, I could kind of get behind this.
Well, we can't talk about Fessy without also talking about the fact that he was in a showmance with Haley when he was on Big Brother, and they were a long-term relationship and recently broke up also in 2020, just a few months ago, and right before he went on the challenge. Yeah. And there was a rumor that him and Haley actually reconciled when he returned from the challenge. And we don't know if then she found out maybe about what happened in the challenge house or what, but we do know that as of right now, they are not together and haven't reconciled. And I did see on Haley's Instagram that the night of the challenge premiere, so she lives in Illinois right now. She is going back to school there. On the night of the challenge premiere, which was a Wednesday, she went back home and was at her parents' house and Instagrammed about being there and her mom's cooking and things. So, you know, it could have just been Christmas break time, but also seems a little coincidental that maybe she was wanting some familiar territory during a tough time.
Yeah. So we'll see. Thanks, Ninja, in the chat for giving us a little bit of tea to talk about here. So we will see if anything develops between Fessy, Shaft, and Tori. Does Tori end up being the ultimate person that gets the shaft?
The ultimate shaft recipient.
All right, y'all. So the last thing that we're going to do today, we thought it might be fun to make up a little drinking game because, you know, it's 2020 and things are always better if you're drinking. So we thought we would do a little game of Take a Drink If. And I got this nifty little thing here I'm going to show y'all. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So let me resize it so I can see a little bit here. Okay, so let's do Take a Drink If, and let's talk about some fun little ideas. So
you definitely have to take a drink anytime Lolo says Olympian, champion, or fastest. Take a drink.
Lolo mentions Olympian.
Because you're going to be wasted.
Yeah. Or something to that effect. If Lolo mentioned she's an Olympian, or how fast she is, or that she was on the bobsled team, you know, any of this. What other categories could be good of Take a Drink If?
I would say if someone gets tackled in a challenge.
Ooh, okay. Lauren is here to get y'all stuck up. If someone is tackled. Okay.
It can be anywhere, you know?
Yeah, in the house, in a drunken fight. How about take a drink if Joseph Allen has a confessional?
Oh my God, you're never going to drink. Ever.
Finish your drink.
None.
There we go. Finish your drink.
Yeah, just chug it because otherwise.
Joseph has a confessional.
Okay, I got one. Take a drink if anyone mentions in some context Anissa not having endurance or not good for a final.
Take a drink if someone shits on Anissa.
There you go.
And that means literally or figuratively.
I had one. Shit, what was it?
Anyone in the chat, if y'all got an idea of
if Josh cries, take a drink.
Could we just make it cry/fight?
Take a drink
Because you'll get one with the other.
if Josh cries or argues.
There you go.
Drink every time Nani takes a drink.
Okay, I love you, Nani. Take a drink. Okay, take a drink every time Nani drinks.
Take a drink if someone decides to switch partners.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does Natalie switch partners?
I don't think she will. Just like we've seen Natalie on and her personality on these shows, I think being targeted like that further entrenches her, and she feels, well, there's no point now.
Yeah.
I might as well just stick with Wes and figure it out, because she picked Wes for specific reasons. So she's probably gonna keep him and then lecture him about, okay, you need to do what I thought you were gonna do for my game.
Yeah. Let's see. Take a drink if a Brit says a non-common U.S. phrase.
That's a good one.
We don't have
That's
as many
weird.
Brits this season.
This is a weird phrase. There are not. We did get to see a little bit of the Brits alliance with the girls. So we'll see if anything comes from that.
Should we finish a drink when we see an official hookup?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dragging my kids. Anytime TJ laughs, we laughs like the freaking Joker.
Yes.
And we may not see this again, but just in case if we do, take a drink whenever they replay Wes getting hit in the face with a shoe.
No,
How
but make
about-
that finish your drink. Make that finish your drink. Because
Finish your drink.
Let
How
me-
about this? We just go general. Finish your drink if they show a flashback.
ooh,
Oh dang, you could finish your drink multiple times an episode.
right.
Someone do a Melissa accent.
I
please.
don't know. I can't do her accent.
I cannot.
No, we're not even going to go there. I haven't finished my drink
I
yet.
can't do accents anyway. Any accent I try will not actually be the accent that I'm intending to do.
Oh, I was gonna say take a drink if someone pisses TJ off.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. If someone pisses PJ off. Any more, guys? Anyone in the chat got one?
Ooh.
I think that's a good starting point. If we have
Yeah.
more to add, we can always add them in future episodes.
Like a fancy little title up here, guys.
And
Challenge?
we'll make this more aesthetically pleasing for everyone and put it on social.
Bitch, this is aesthetically pleasing.
I'm not shitting on you, Kylie, but
Okay, I tried to make it gender neutral because at first I was trying to have a pink background, and then I was like, oh yeah, but probably that's
MTV,
Kylie,
we got our next
We're
rival.
shitting on you.
What
I said-
Lauren?
Kylie, Trisha is shitting on you there.
Yeah, that is rude. Like, I think this is super cute.
it's just a little bland. It's just a little bland. I think
It needs seasoning, she's
it
saying.
does. This is very bland.
I got a cute font. I got a cute, simple border. This is a winner.
That's all. That's all you have though, is the font and the border.
We'll tweet this out, y'all, whenever it is finished.
Anytime someone forgets their partner's name,
Jacob?
Jacob.
Jason?
Joshua. What is his name? Joseph.
Joseph. Oh my gosh.
And she's just like, oh, okay. Big T, you're adorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best part of this season.
Yep. So, any other thoughts on the first episode, y'all?
I think it was a great start to a season where we desperately needed a good reality show to end 2020 on. Because man, we had Survivor, we had Total Madness, and then to me, nothing else happened, and then suddenly we had the challenge again because the other shows were just.
I mean, but we did get Winners at War this year, but that was a good one.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. We got.
Okay, sorry, I got a little distracted by Dragon Monkey's rude ass comment over here. Kylie, are you 1 year old? Why? What did I get? Why am I 1 year old?
I mean, like that. It's just not aesthetically pleasing. We can do
That is so cute. That is rude. And I just dribbled drink all over.
Fair, I couldn't have done better. That is not what I'm good at. So I have your back here, Kylie. It was
Thank
great.
you. I think it's cute. It's better than just a pink one. If you wanted a pink one, I could have done that.
Here's what we're gonna do. Me and Kyle
We're gonna throw Russell Hantz's little head on there. We're gonna throw.
No.
We're gonna put something in each corner.
I'm gonna put mine up. I'm gonna make mine with the same phrases, and you make yours, and we'll have everyone vote on Instagram and Twitter and see who wins.
Okay, I mean, are we, because I did this 2 minutes before we came live today.
Right.
So, like, is this let's have a cute off? Because you got 2 minutes. Time's ticking. Do it right now.
You can like go
Time's ticking.
river.
That's what I was gonna say. We have to look at fairness here. Kylie literally put that together in 2 minutes. So if you have time to actually think,
I think this is something that we can discuss offline.
No, we have to give the people what they want, Alex, and that's really fighting. Their favorite part of our show. There's
Kylie right now, so that's my
decision on that. Fight for Trisha and Kiley.
Yeah, we've fought on air before. Don't worry, y'all. Our viewing audience knows what to expect.
Like I said, MTV, you got your next rivals pairing right there.
We're not trying to go on the challenge. We're trying to go on the Amazing Race. And here you go, Amazing Race producers. This is what you can get.
Yeah, and probably, she did have to come up with this very quickly because right before we came on, she's like, let's do a drinking game. And we're like, what? We are not ready for this. So Kiley really testing her journalism skills. I'm not going to knock your 2 minute. I'm not knocking it 2 minutes. I'm just not saying I wouldn't go to the phrase of this is so cute.
It is cute. It is a cute font. It has
but it could be a lot better. And we're not posting that exact one unless we have a battle of who can do it cuter. You have until tomorrow.
Okay, you have until tomorrow. Alex, Lauren, you're welcome to make one too.
I'm good. My life is fine.
Yeah, I'm good. I chill. I don't. Anytime anything artistic, you get the stick figures from me. So no, not my cup of tea.
I'm just saying, if time is given, let's look at my background.
I just moved to this room. I just moved to this room. Goodbye.
I mean, I give people the ability to change their luck. So how can you complain about that?
I'm just sitting here. I'm enjoying my time.
2 Minute Michael Jordan is Kylie's rap name. I'm clutch, y'all.
That's a long rap name.
We could shorten it to 2 Minute MJ.
All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of exposing the challenge, all of the drama. I hope you guys enjoyed our new show, and we're so excited to have Alex and Lauren and Laren on with us, chatting about the challenge and our draft, and bringing you guys all of the tea outside of just a recap. So be sure to join us on Wednesdays after the challenge, Thursdays after the Amazing Race. And Lauren, you also do the Bachelor, right? What tell people when that comes on?
Yeah, Batshit Crazy podcast. We will be back tomorrow night following the episode. There also was an episode tonight, special one, Monday night episode. There's one tomorrow night as well. So we will be live right after that episode, giving you the Batshit Crazy podcast.
All right. And y'all can go follow every one of us on Twitter. Alex and Lauren have their Twitter handles in their name, which is super smart. But everyone else's is in the banner. So y'all can go give us a follow. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at reality_TRHS. That's where the battle of the drinking game aesthetic. So y'all go check that out, and we will see y'all next week on Wednesdays, pretty much every day. So be sure to subscribe, drop us a comment, hit us with a thumbs up on your thoughts on tonight's episode, and we will catch y'all later. Bye, guys.